All right. What do we got here? Secrets of Closing Sales, the 4th edition by Charlie. I was going to say Charlie, but it's Charles B. Roth. Easily double and triple your sales income with a master closing formula that shows you how to handle any closing situation, any type of prospect, all under all selling conditions. All right, aren't you ready to learn some more? Let's see how old this was. Oh, look at this. It looked like it was originally copyrighted or copywrote in 1940, and then also in the second printing. What is this? This is the 4th edition. Was in 71. Whoa. So, I'm not going to read them all. You can pause and read them yourself. That's half of them. There's the other little part of them. All right. So we have. Let's do play to every buyer's weakness. That caught my eye. $56. Play to every buyer's weakness. Every sale you lose, note I said every sale will be because you appealed to the buyer's weakness or to one of his fears, which amounts practically to the same thing. The closer, you can come to spotting the weakness of the buyer, implying your closing pressure there. And the surer you are of closing, the quicker you will to getting the close. Someone once coined a phrase about those who are satisfied. There is no hope for the satisfied man. And there is no chance to close a sale to him either. For unless you find him dissatisfied, which will be easy, or make him dissatisfied, which is it's easier still, you can't close sales. Okay. I'm following along. What about you guys? The weakness of most prospects consists of their problems. Problems nagging them all the time. Problems on which they need help. Problems are every business's weakness, you see. You solve his problems. You close your sales. Simple? No. A very charming, very successful, very erudic business executive I know in Fort Worth, Joe Bolin, cited this as an example of a salesman who whiffed because he didn't tackle the prospect's problem. He came to me, an engaging young fellow, and I liked him, said Joe. He wanted to sell me a machine I needed in my business. He told me of a new model his company had put on the market. I looked at the prospect and told him I didn't like it. Now get this, he did not know my problems and he didn't try to find them out. Instead, he just said he was sure the machine would fit into my picture. Did he try to pin me down and find out why I didn't agree with him? He did not. Did he try to dig and find out what my problem was? No. He merely said it was the swell machine and he was not sure it would fit. He was sure it would fit my problems, which he didn't know and didn't try to find out. He didn't make a sale, concluded Joe. No salesman ever made a sale until he learned the buyer's problems. That is to say, weaknesses. It makes sense, man. And then our sub chapters or sub little sections in this chapter, all closes come from 3 great complexes. Learn to use the buyer's fears. Watch for that change in attitude. You must help the buyer overcome his fears. Giving reassurance will help you close more deals. and all the fears must be overcome. And here, make them feel the wisdom of their own judgment. Don't let them fear signing the order. There's a lot into this little chapter. Remember the importance of inspiring and assuring. There we go. What it takes to close different types. That's our next chapter. This one looks pretty good, right? I'm not going to say it looks pretty interesting. See if we can learn a little bit about the author. So that's the author. Mind you, this is an old book. Don't get me wrong. It would be great if this sticker wasn't here. 30 years ago, so 30 years from when this book was written. So what, the 40s maybe? When the first edition of this book appeared, salesmen didn't have to know how to sell such items as computer leases, mutual funds, and television advertising time. Because times change, so do the conditions under which salesmen must sell. To reflect that fact, this handy guide has always been completely updated with each new edition. Okay. Yeah. To each new edition, just 50 years ago, right? It's 50 years old, but it's up to date with the latest edition. Right? No. So, whoa, 50 years plus 30. So that's 80 years ago when he was really starting this, wrote this book. So 80 years ago, we're learning tactics that probably 9 out of 10 still work. But because I've been paying attention, you always got your gurus on YouTube. I wonder how much, because remember the other sales book, if you've been watching all these videos, the other sales book, and we're going to go through more because I know there's got to be more in my library, obviously. I wonder how many of the people in today's times, all they did was just read the book and then take it and then put it online. Because that's what I'm going to do, right? But I wonder how many of them branded it as their own. So the only way I'm going to know this is go through this book, go through all the other sales books, and then compare and contrast and be like, you know what? I know where he got that. That came from this book, right?